Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of What's Driving Token Prices. I'm your host, Katie Talati, Director of Research at Arca. For those joining us for the first time, I'm responsible for identifying and analyzing digital asset and blockchain opportunities for Arca's funds. As part of our research, my team and I examine token prices and the market events that act as catalysts for price change. Based on our research and market events over the past week, here are some notable token price movements and what we think drove these moves. As a reminder, this commentary is not intended to be investment advice, investment research, or an investment recommendation. Please consult your investment professional for your own circumstances. Okay, so it's been a bit more of a quiet week, guys. We've had another spot ETF get denied, the Invesco one, and that deadline's been pushed out to, I believe, sometime in July. Although a lot of folks are watching the May 23rd date for a final deadline on some of these spot ETF products. The other big news was that Robinhood was served a Wells notice by the SEC over their crypto business. This is added recently to the Wells notices received by major exchanges such as Kraken, Coinbase, and more recently Uniswap. So the SEC is definitely making it their mission to go after crypto-related businesses. But we're going to talk about a couple tokens this week, starting with Arbitrum. So, um, uh, Securitize, which is the distributor for BlackRock's BillDeal program, is applying for a grant from the Layer 2 Arbitrum to put BillDeal on their L2. So this is pretty cool. We don't normally see centralized entities getting involved in kind of decentralized governance proposals in this sense. Arbitrum, if you weren't following, they've successfully run a very big grants program for quite a while, where for projects they will give out grants to them if they are willing to build kind of more bespoke products on their L2. So this is actually great for Arbitrum, though, because as of right now, they don't really have any RWA projects or activity to speak of. So the BillDeal program is going to be super positive for the ecosystem. And hopefully will bring in more AUM to the chain. So just for context, currently the BillDeal fund has about $380 million in AUM. And this would be and it is currently the largest on-chain RWA product. Despite this, Arbitrum is only up 1.2% for the week. All right, next we'll talk about Athena, which I think I've talked with you guys about before. So yesterday, the decentralized stablecoin product Athena announced a partnership with Bybit, the crypto exchange, to use its stablecoin USDE as collateral on the exchange. So for a quick primer for those that aren't familiar with Athena, Athena allows you to deposit basically staked ETH and then receive a stablecoin USDE in return, which earns a yield. What Athena then does with the deposited staked ETH is that they take out a short perpetual futures position against it using that staked ETH as collateral. They take out that position 1-to-1, and then they collect the yield, or what's called the basis trade, between those two positions. In addition, because you're holding staked ETH instead of just spot ETH, you're earning a yield from staking ETH and securing the Layer 1 chain. So Athena's been super successful to date, as I've talked about. But the interesting thing is that the basically USDE hasn't really had any use case so far. It's been live for a couple months, but users can use USDE now as collateral against perpetual futures positions on Bybit Exchange, meaning that users can collect ENA rewards that they earn through just the liquidity mining program that Athena has been running, and then also are able to be long other crypto assets, not just long the stablecoin. So the integration is also important for the usability of USDE, which I said it's to date it's just massively grown with the promise of the high yields and the ENA rewards. And so the project, which launched in early this year, it's grown to about 2.3 billion in AUM, and it seems to show no signs of stopping. It's been up about 100% week over week for the last several weeks. So Athena is up 13% this week on this news. Our last up, we're going to talk about Jupiter. So Jupiter, which is the main exchange on Solana, announced an integration with Clone Protocol, which creates wrapped non-Solana assets on Solana's blockchain. So the integration is kind of important because it's going to allow users to trade these non-native assets through Jupiter's interface, and also on the Solana blockchain, which promises faster speeds, lower fees. So while Jupiter is still the number one venue to trade assets on Solana, this could further increase its volumes, which were over just $1 billion in the last 24 hours, to give you an idea. So definitely really good if this can, gain any traction. could also continue to make Jupiter this really big trading venue that it's continued to be, as it offers regular spot swaps as well as derivatives products, and offers a lot more functionality than most DEXs in terms of limit orders. So great for Jupiter. It is up 20% this week on the news. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed our insights. Tune in here again next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific to hear what's driving token prices.